Hip Hop Hoops. I am your host, Anthony Ighodaro. Today we got three special guests. We got Mr. Patrick Shaw, we got Latasha, and we got Shyanne Dave Wilson in the building. Everybody, guys, I've been seeing you dribble the ball for years. Small, just you had those handles. Who got you, start playing basketball? Where did that love for the game come from?
So I was a dancer before I started playing basketball, and I basically used to get kicked out of the group and stuff. I was basically one of those people that would just come, just do a 1-2 move, and then, cause I wasn't really good at dancing at first, so basically Patrick was just why don't you try something else? And Brittany, she played basketball too, so both of them were just this is a great idea for you, They started training me at first, and I just fell in love with it ever since. So that's basically how I started out.
Yeah. Tosh, what about you, man? Where'd that love come from?
Actually, I started on a team that I just found in the area. It wasn't the best team, but it was a good team at first. And then I was on my school team, Oakdale Park.
Okay, yeah, I know this one.
I had a teacher that just really believed in me, Mr. Gordon. And then he told me that, he came to me one day and he told me he has a link for somebody, a good guy, and, he has a good organization.
Okay.
And I guess he did something with my mom, him, Patrick, and Coach Roll, what it is. And then after that, I guess the week after, I went to go visit Falstaff. My first time coming to Falstaff. It was kind of scary.
Was it scary for you?
It was it wasn't not the area type scary, but I was just scared because I didn't know anyone here.
Yeah.
And then I was terrible when I first came. I didn't want to do anything because I didn't want to mess up. But then I met Shyanne. And then a couple of other girls made me feel welcome. It was a second home away from home. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started playing with them, and then over the years I started getting better and and then just brought me to where I am right now.
Okay. So you guys are both local. You're from the area, and then she's from Jane
Shepherd.
Jane Shepherd. You guys ended up going to Crestwood. That's all the way out in Scarborough. How'd that whole connection happen?
So basically, we were playing a game with Sisters Keepers, and it was a game that happened. It was happening at the community center. So, we were playing against some team called Motion or whatever, and I guess we're just blowing out the team or whatever. And then I just seen some guy. He walked in. He had a suit on or whatever. He had a tie. He was fitted up, and he kind of looked like a spectator at first, but he wasn't. He was actually the vice principal at Crestwood. So Patrick invited him out. He came and watched the game. He's like, I need these girls. This is what Crestwood's missing, and this is what they need, because they weren't a basketball school. Basically they used to do rugby, soccer, and that's the things that they were good at. So Patrick just alright, some girls on our team, they need something that can go good for them, And Crestwood was the right decision to make, because it's close to home. Patrick can come see us, it's just no worries. So Patrick just let's make this move, and that's how we got there.
What did you see in her when she was young, man? Because I we're coming around the gym. You're opening the gym for us, and we're coming to hoop, and we see her, and she just in the corner, dribbling the ball. What was it that caught your attention with her?
Her nervous energy. We had a dance crew here, and they were winning everything in America, everything. They were winning all these things, but she was the novelty piece. So she'd have 3 seconds in the dance, and then they'd push her to the side, and she'd stand like a mannequin, right? But then in between being the mannequin, she was causing trouble. She would distract, so she, they would keep on calling me in the room, yo, Pat, can you get out of here? Get out of here. So she kept on coming to my office. I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to play some ball? And she was like, all right. I said, well, you got to work, so we started, starting off with the basics, and she, she fell in love with it quick, dribbling, shooting, the techniques, and the work ethic. The gym would be open, say she gets here at 3, and she's supposed to be gone at 6:30, and she's like, call my mom and just tell her that you're still working,
Yeah.
or you're still training. But sometimes she'd just be sitting there watching, and that was the best part, because she'd be watching guys like yourself play, and then mimicking the stuff that they're doing on the sideline. And so when we worked, it was easy because she saw you guys doing stuff like that.
I know she's been around so long.
Right. And then at that time in her younger age, we had a women's run on Thursdays, so she would get to play with the vets who came through college, university. Girls would come down from University of Florida to bring their friends, and she was playing with the girls at 6 and 7, grade 7. So I think the speed of her growth of her game came quick, because she was a quick learner, and then she was a gym rat, right? So that's where I noticed real quick, the gym rat.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say you patterned your game after?
No one really at first, but I started to like pay attention more to Maya Moore and Diana Taurasi, like those girls.
Any NBA like guys?
Any NBA, I say Kyrie. It was Kyrie and Westbrook at first. Kyrie because of like his speed and like his explosiveness, is just so crazy. His IQ is like on point, and then as I said, Westbrook, his dog mentality is crazy. Like his attitude, like you just can't talk to him. Like
is that the kind of mentality you want to have when you're on the court?
Yeah, like basically
Westbrook?
like that. Yeah.
What about you, Tasha?
I would say I mimicked my game after, of course, Candace Parker and Kevin Durant, because he's tall and he can like dribble the ball really well.
Yeah.
His pull-ups are like just crazy. Candace Parker, she like her mentality when she gets on the court is different. Like her attitude, it's not a bad attitude, but it's like an attitude where like you notice like
she's a winner.
The game. Yeah.
She's definitely a winner.
And then like both of them put together is like, I can do that, but way better. So
you're gonna be better.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into music. Favorite artist, man. I know you're
NBA YoungBoy, Young Thug.
So when you're getting prepared for a game, that's who you're listening to.
Yeah, NBA YoungBoy.
Give me your top 5 artists right now who you're listening to.
NBA
I'm about to get
YoungBoy.
30 right now. I need to get hype.
Alright, NBA YoungBoy, Young Thug, Kevin Gates, Roddy Ricch, one more.
Burna Boy.
Yeah, Burna Boy or something.
Burna Boy?
Yeah.
Tasha, what about you?
Lil Baby. Some of YoungBoy songs are actually like understandable. Gunna, Lil Uzi, and who did I say before? Lil Uzi and
That Smoke guy.
Pop Smoke. Oh my god.
Yeah, I actually want to spit something because I actually like
He's
Future.
ridiculous.
So,
Yeah? You want to spit something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I said I want to switch something.
Oh, okay.
Burna Boy is basically like, I don't know, he's top 10, but he's not my like 5th person. I say Future is.
Future?
Yeah.
He's good. He has some music that gets you hyped for
Yeah.
He still makes music.
Yeah, but don't ever do that.
Who's the GOAT in your eye?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan? Tasha?
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Pat?
I had to say him.
Michael Jordan? Give me your top 5 players currently in the NBA right now. Top 5.
Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie, Westbrook.
Is this in your order? So Kyrie's your number 1 player right now?
Yeah. No. James.
James Harden.
Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Dame Lillard. LeBron.
Okay, so LeBron is 5th. Tasha.
Kevin Durant.
Okay, you're smart.
Got it. Kevin Durant. I like Kyrie.
Now James Harden fan?
LeBron.
Okay, LeBron.
That guy's crazy, man. Actually, no, I love Kevin Durant, but LeBron's first, and then KD, Kyrie. I really like watch all those guys like that. Like that's probably the only guys that I watch.
Them 3?
Yeah.
Pat, top 5, man. Right now, current in the NBA.
LeBron 1A, Durant 1B, Westbrook, Steph Curry, and James Harden.
James Harden. What about WNBA?
I gotta stay loyal. Asia, Diamond, the Shield. So Asia, third, Diamond, the Shield. Third, I'd say Kelsey Plum. Fourth, I'd say Della Dawn.
She's hurt this year, right?
Yeah. No, she's playing.
She's playing?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the one who got hurt? Maya Moore
Taurasi.
took the year off. Taurasi got hurt?
Yeah.
She was out for the season.
Maya Moore, I know she took the year off as well.
And then 5th, I'll say Jordan, Canada.
Is her last name really Canada?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's dope. I like that.
Candice Berger, Maya Moore, Enrique, what's that big girl? Is it Naomi? The big girl that played for Baylor? Is it Naomi?
Naomi.
The big girl. Yeah, and Asia.
Kalani Brown.
Yes, Kalani and Aja.
Aja plays for Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's
She's nice. Falstaff. What do you feel when you hear that name, Falstaff? Like that gym. To me, Falstaff, I think it's one of the most legendary gyms in the city. Like, I believe if you haven't played here, then that's what I'd ask you. Like, you know, where you play at, and you know, say Amesbury or something.
I mean, Falstaff, I think is kind of like Rucker Park, like with the amount of people that pass in here, like pros, people that went to university, like all that type of stuff. It's just like probably like not the fan base of it, like a lot of how much people come to the gym, but it's just like the people that pass through here, like the Corey Joseph, the Tristan Thompsons, all those guys. So yeah.
What about you, Tasha?
I would say the same thing, actually.
Yeah.
So AAU was like you would look at like the Sebastian Telfair, LeBron kind of movie, like that whole kind of scenario leading up to the championship. That's what we did. We won every top tournament that we went in, and every game that we played had standing room only. Had every coach in the nation standing around. They would use our games as the promotions for their thing, and people are not realizing it's a Canadian team. Like, yeah. So we did it.
How was your guys' experience, man? Playing AAU basketball.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Your first AAU game that you played, how did you feel?
My
I know
first
I was
AAU game
nervous.
ever?
Yeah, I was very nervous when I played my very first AAU game.
I wasn't nervous. Like I was playing up like 3-4 years, but I still wasn't nervous. I was actually ready for it because like I've never been like playing with a girls AAU team. Like that was basically my first. Because the other two teams I played with, those were basically like Canada based and like not really that much exposure. But like I really seen like the potential. The potential was high. The talent was high, and like all that stuff. I was like really excited for that.
Was there any particular player you were trying to gun for?
Nah, basically nah. I was just like a young book just trying to kill everyone.
Tasha, what about you? How was your AAU experience? Like your very first game? Were you nervous? How was that?
My very first game was with ATV. Oh my god, I wasn't scared because like not everyone was good on that team, so it was like, you know. But like when I came to Sisters Keeper, my first game was like, where did we go first? Was it like New York?
Yeah, New York.
Oh my god, I was like literally but by the time we went to New York, honestly I wasn't even scared because, like I said, the girls made me feel welcome, and it's like I've been playing on that team for a long time, so it was like there's nothing to be scared of. Yes, I made mistakes and stuff, but like they were there to like bring me back up and stuff, so I wasn't scared. I was actually just very excited to play with them.
Tell me about the Slam Classic. Tell me about that, because that went viral when you dropped that girl.
I mean,
that literally went viral for like a week and a half. I swear, like everybody's page, and I opened them on Instagram, I would see you just dropping the girl.
I mean, the slime experience was basically like a once in a lifetime experience. Like a lot of kids, like they go crazy for that, especially Rucker Park, Dykeman Park, crazy. So basically just going experiencing that. It was really, really fun for me. Of course, I was playing with Tasha, so I wasn't there by myself. I knew a few girls that was there, and it was just really fun to be out there with those girls. And yeah.
What about you, Tasha?
It was a good experience because for me, I've never played like in a game or like, how would you say, like, I'd never been in an environment like that, like outside.
Yeah.
So it was like me transferring from like a gym to outside, like,
and everybody's like close up on you and stuff.
And there was like no space in like the whole park. Like it was just packed, and like outside was just hot. Everyone was like, it was just crazy. And then I met a lot of new girls out there. I guess it was like the top 20 good girls, something like that. They were all good. It was like not good competition, but it was high competition. Like, I wouldn't say any of those girls have anything on me. But like it was really fun. I would really love going back next year. So
Is that like a yearly thing?
No, like that is crazy. Like just being,
Yeah,
I'd say, what made me realize like how crazy those guys are about basketball. Like people were standing on buildings, like climbing fences, passing out, like having sheeches. Like, bro, it was crazy out there, and it just made me realize like the difference from Canadian basketball to like American basketball. Like the stuff that they would
Totally
do,
different.
like that they'll sacrifice just to see like one little game outside. Like you know. So yeah.
When you dropped that girl, what was that setting? Was it a one-on-one setting? Like what was that?
So basically like it was a one-on-one setting, and it's basically like queen of the court.
Oh, queen of the court.
Win. I think it's you score 3 baskets, you stay on.
Mm-hmm. Who won?
That game?
No,
Me.
the whole thing.
Oh, the whole. Some girl.
Your high school, you guys won the chip last year.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I mean, it's still surreal, you know. Pretty crazy. We won by 1 point, but it all came down to just fighting, you know. Just
who'd you guys beat in the finals?
We beat Capital Courts.
Capital Courts.
So they were leading us by, I think it was 8-15 at the half. So we went in the change room, whatever, and like Coach Marlo was telling us like, this is basically like all we work for, you know. We can't work so hard and then just throw it away.
Right.
So basically, just like, you know, like give it that extra push and just keep on going. And that's basically it.
Did Marlo tough on you guys?
I mean, yeah, very tough, but it is what it is.
Tasha, your first time dunking last year. That was another. She crossed a girl, dropped her. That went viral. Then last year, you dunking. That went super viral. You're 6'4". That was your first time. You dunked. Oh, my bad. Sorry, 6'4.5". Let me correct myself. You dunked the ball. It was a volleyball you dunked. That went viral.
First I started off with a tennis ball.
Tennis ball.
Then I went to the little spongy volleyball.
Yeah.
Then I went to like a 27 point, like the little small ball.
Yeah.
Then I went to an actual like girls ball. Yeah.
How did you feel when you dunked, man? Like, what was going through your mind when you finally pulled off the actual game ball and you dunked? I seen you guys. I seen her. She was hyped for you. I seen her screaming.
I was so I was shocked because like I would try this all the time, and then it was just like it won't go in. So it's like, okay, I'm getting frustrated. Like the one time we tried to do it, it was the lob she threw me. The one time we tried to do it, we did it the first time. I actually did it like it was actually like a good one at first. Then the second time, she threw it up and I'm running and I'm just like, yo, I hope this goes in. I get it goes in. This girl started screaming. And I looked up and the ball's falling through and I just started screaming with her. And then, like, it was just like, I don't know, everything was just running through my head. Like I was just like, whoa, I just did that. Crazy.
She did that after a 2-hour practice.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, like they were in the gym all day, and I think right before she did the dunk, I'm like, one more, okay, let's go. I think I threw the alley oop, she messed it up, and then Shyanne said she gonna do it, and then so we had all the cameras out ready to go. And then when she dunked, I was like, oh shit, she did that with 2 hands. Like, usually it's like one, but she caught it clean with 2 hands, and it was like, okay.
So that went so viral. It was crazy. Recruiting. Big.
Recruiting.
That's something that you guys are going through right now. That's like crazy. I've been through the whole process. It can be annoying when coaches are always messaging you and calling you and, you know, whatever. But it's a big thing. You guys work so hard for it. Tell me about the process right now with you guys. Because you guys went on unofficial visits to like Michigan State. You look good in, you know, the yellow. Tell you guys, you look good. I'm not a Michigan fan. But I'm just saying, you guys look good.
Like the yellow, you know.
If it was my choice, I'd say North Carolina, but you know. Yeah. But tell me about that process, man. You guys going through right now. You guys are like the hottest girls in the city right now, and in the country, period, America and Canada. How does it feel, man? Like, you know, you put in so much work as a young girl growing up, you know, dribbling and, you know, being around all the guys, soaking up all that knowledge, and now you're here. Like, this is the moment for you guys. You know, how does it feel? Like, do you feel like you're there?
Yeah, like, I mean, it feels really, really good because this is basically like everything I worked so hard for, you know, like the dark times, the dark days, the sunny days. Like, this is basically everything I wanted. Like, at first I really never knew, like when I was younger, I never really knew about like the schools and all that. But like as growing up, as I got my first letter, it really meant a lot to me because I never really like settled, but like it only kept me, like it made me want to work 10 times harder, you know?
Yeah.
So like the recruiting process right now for me is pretty crazy because also I have to balance school and basketball too. So it's just like it's all crazy, but like there's gonna be a lot of schools that are throwing their stuff at you, throwing. But it's just like it all comes down to like that one school. You're just gonna have to make the best decision and what's best for you and also your family too. So.
Who was the first letter that you got from?
Oh, NC State.
NC State?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
My first letter was from Harvard, man.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Hartford. Not Harvard.
Oh, Hartford. I was gonna say Harvard.
No.
Oh, you said Hartford.
No, Hartford.
Oh, I think you said Harvard. I'm like, whoa.
What about you? Who was your first letter from?
NC State.
NC State?
Yeah.
Okay, so is this gonna be like a package deal?
Yeah.
For sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? I see your face.
Yeah.
So how was the recruiting process for you?
The recruiting process for me is going actually really good. There's a couple of schools that I don't want to say they're doing too much, but like it's just they're just like just on me. It's like, okay, like I'll get back to you, or they just call me every like one time I was sleeping and the coach decided to call me at like 9 o'clock in the morning. It was on a whole Saturday and I was sleeping and she kept on calling me. I'm just like, okay, like just chill. Like I messaged her after, whatever, I put that to the side. But I feel like when I got my first letter, it was just like, whoa, because I just started playing basketball like 5 years ago, and then from like a girl like me, like being so tall, you don't really see a lot of girls my height with the athletic what's that word?
Athleticism?
As like me, the speed, my speed is I'm like pretty fast, and it's like I'm happy for myself. My mom's happy for me. My family's like everyone's just happy for me, and I'm just I don't know. Like it just made me feel like I'm doing something. I'm going like on the right path.
Yeah.
And I need to keep going on that path. Then I have Shyanne with me.
Yeah.
On that path. And it's like she's a good person to have around you. And it's like
she's always gonna look for you, man. That's your point guard.
on and off the court, we're just like, always together. So
it's a real life sisterhood, right? You guys are ranked in the country. You said you're ranked.
In my position, I'm ranked number 1.
Number 1, okay.
And in like Canada and USA, I'm ranked number 11.
That's amazing. And you're ranked number 9.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know about the rankings, but like in my eyes, I'm 1, to be honest.
Did you guys ever see this like happening? Like, you're young. Could you imagine like you're young and look at you guys now? Like, isn't it just wild like how things turned out?
To be honest, like I kind of cry sometimes, like because like not about like all the successes, like how far I've come, I used to be a kid that used to like give so much trouble, like look how far I've come. Like literally the school used to be calling my mom every day, calling Patrick like every day, like bro, she isn't smart enough for act, we're gonna like suspend her. Like how much time can I get suspended? It's time to expel me,
Right.
So it's just basically like how far I've come, like basically like my character's changed a lot, my personality, all that stuff, and basketball just helped me become a better person. So I think that helped me a lot.
When did you notice like it was you were first busted on the scene? Like what would you say? What tournament was it?
Tournament?
What game was it?
I'd say it was my first ever Universal Hoops mixtape. I was in grade 4. I had them straight backs, So I had like literally I was carrying the team on my back. I was like in grade 4.
Like
I was
Queen
like
Latifah.
Yeah.
To set it off for
I was dropping like literally like ass pattern. I was dropping like 30 points or whatever. Like my game high, my career high was like probably like
close to 50.
Yeah, close to 50. Yeah, literally I was killing.
You should play like 2 years, 3 years up.
You always played up though, right?
Yeah, because Patrick he just said, why play your age group? It's just gonna be so easy when you can like you can test your game, at the next level. Like
game player.
Even when you guys won the championship at Crestwood, those guys that you guys beat were
they're old,
right?
5th years and 6 years. In Montreal, you don't even know the age group.
Oh my God.
You got different passports.
Last year, you guys did something major. 2018, you guys went to Jamaica. Tell me about that experience. I want to start with you guys, and no matter of fact, you start and just tell me how that all came about.
Well, we kind of identified we wanted to give back, and we were doing like different things in the community, and I wanted to do something for Caribbean islands, so connected with Sunwing and some people who down in Jamaica. We wanted to, 2 things had to happen, mostly 3. We wanted to most of these families are engaged in events through households that are headed by women. So the mothers are working so hard, they're busting their butt to try to get these girls on court. And I wanted to try to give them a vacation and at the same time give these girls a time off from basketball.
Right.
But then while they're in a locale, give back. So we identified Jamaica and they gave us 2 names of two orphanages. So we started to fundraise and collect stuff, you know, school supplies, clothes, money, whatever we can do. We wanted to go down there and we wanted these girls who sometimes think that they don't have a lot to see kids who didn't. And it was so impressive. I was, you know, thoroughly impressed by how the parents, the kids, and these guys, they really got in it. You know, like they were holding kids. Kids just gravitated, didn't want to leave them, didn't want to stay. And it was a good environment.
Jamaica. I was really hoping to go back this year because it was just so like.
I see it on the news, like that's
good,
how big
man.
it was.
I want to start off with like the kids. Like it really just made me see different when I went down there because we have like kids like us up here complaining about like not getting like a pair of shoes or asking my mom for a pair of shoes and she's like, oh, I can't get it, and we're all getting all tantrums or whatever. And then there's those kids down there, it's like they can't even get a bag to go back to school. So when we went down there and we gave them the bags and the pencils and everything, just to see like the smile on their face just brightened up my day because it just made me feel good about myself, you know?
Yeah.
And then
looking at life like it's not so bad, huh?
Yeah, like, and being with like the girls that I'm gonna be playing with for like probably like the next 2 years. It was fun because there was so much food. Oh my god, there was like good food down there, man. The music, the people were just so nice. Like you see someone you don't even know, and they're like, oh hi, like how's your day, you know? Like it was so crazy. The pool was nice, the beaches, the whole setting was just crazy. And then we got to play like one game. It was like a little.
It was just like a fun game.
Yeah, it was pretty fun because we never played.
I bet you they enjoyed that game.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Like we never played with each other, so it's like we didn't know what we were doing. The chemistry was just off, but like that kind of helped us build a little chemistry because you know we're talking and stuff. And yeah, it was a good experience, and I would go back anytime.
I mean, it just made me look at things like basketball. Basketball is so much bigger. Like you know, like it's just bigger than basketball. Everything's bigger than basketball. I'd say like the stuff that they got, like the kids that we were giving back to, like the bags, all that stuff. I never really got that. Like the people, as Patty said, the people that have it, they won't give it back. But it's the people that don't have it, they try to give back as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'll say, like it made me really like not take things for granted, you know, because they didn't really have much, and like the little things that they're getting, they were happy with it. They were running around the place. It was crazy. It's basically like Christmas for them, but it was in the summer, like you know. And basically, like that was basically like their Christmas. Meanwhile, we're opening 10 boxes of gifts, new pairs of shoes, iPhone, all this. They don't have that, so it just really made me feel good about myself. And like the vacation part, like the beach, all that stuff. That stuff was fun, like dancing.
Was that the first time you guys went to Jamaica?
Nah, I've been to Jamaica like once before that. Okay. But it was mostly
a resort,
like, yeah.
So we got them on a resort, so they got to see the other side of Jamaica.
Yeah.
There was like 2 little girls, I won't forget their faces. One of them were just like always with me the whole time. The other one was just like she's just happy, so she's running all over the place. The one girl came to me and she was like, "Thank you," like she just thanked me for coming. And it kind of just made me want to cry because like you know like she said thank you for like everything she got, and then I wanted to go back this year so I can see them again.
I'm working at it.
I heard you told me that there was like a link that we can get to talk to them or something, or send them stuff to the orphanage, and I just you know it made me happy.
I seen Jamal Murray go back with Mike George and those guys. You know, the One Legacy guys.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I can't hate that. I'm happy that they're doing it, and I'm happy that he's one of the first ones to do something like that on the professional level, and I hope that what we started, he's continuing because he just signed $250 million, so he can do a lot.
He can do a lot.
So and I hope that you know that they start to realize. I watched his face and I watched the people who he came down with how overjoyed they were, and that's the feeling we had. So I'm hoping Like, you know, and in the basketball world, people hate that I say that because I call them out. Because the one thing I made sure that is I never needed or wanted them for anything. Because you can't talk when the same person who you're going to talk about is the one who's paying your bills. So because none of them pay my bills and I don't ask them for nothing, I call them out all the time.
Yeah.
So all the players who came through here who don't give back, I don't care much. I watch them on Instagram, $5 million Lamborghini, and yeah, okay, but what is your legacy when you finish basketball? A lot of these guys can't come back to Toronto. They're on teams with Kyrie and LeBron. LeBron, when he's finished basketball, he's a god. He's a god now. Look at Kobe. Like, you watch these guys. They're doing stuff for the communities. Kyrie, when I go back to New Jersey, Kyrie takes care of schools. Like, he takes care of people. He doesn't look for the flag, but everybody in Jersey knows, yo, Kyrie's real. So no matter what happens in their career, they can feel good about themselves. Their family can feel good. Like, I have guys who came through this gym, and I'm telling you, the hood guys are like, yo, he can't come back here. Because he was here one day and I asked him for a picture and he gave me one of these. And that's what people don't realize. Just a picture he asked
Why
for.
do you think it's like that, though? Like,
because they were given everything. I talk to Ro all the time, and me and him sat down one day and it's like, it's our fault. Because you see how we make these guys work and give back so they can come and tell you a story of how enjoyable it is to give back and the feeling. They're not talking about, I paid for something. They're saying the smiles. It's bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
Those guys have never had to do that because when their phone bill wasn't paid, we paid it. When they needed money, we paid it. So they never had to grind for anything. So it's like, don't worry, you got it because you've always had it. They don't realize that people weren't paying their rent to make sure that they got to school, to go to the AAU trip, or to we're paying their phone bill before we pay ours.
Yeah.
And that's part of the issue. They don't even realize that that's how it was, and it's tough to see that they're at that stage now that they have so much money they throw it away when they can write it off and give it to these kids to get them to where they're going and follow legacy. There's no gyms. There's no Tristan Thompson. There's no Corey Joseph gym. Just by their name. Drake don't play basketball. Drake has friends who come to Falstaff, and because of my relationship with Drake's friends, he's fixing Falstaff. Does he have to spend $1? No, but it's gonna say OVO.
Absolutely.
So they can use their notoriety. They don't even realize that. They just gotta say, I want to do it, But and that's our fault. I'll never blame them because if you don't teach them, they'll never know. But I commend Murray for what he's doing. I hope it becomes an annual thing. I hope that one day we can help him. He does the boys' side, we help him with the girls' side. Like, I don't have a problem working with people, but at the same time, it's a partnership, right?
Absolutely.
The first year of school, this one was a knucklehead in school. This one was unsure of herself in school. But to see them going to a high academia school and competing about who's going to be on the honor roll.
That's amazing.
Like, for the first year, I never heard them really talk about basketball. Like, yo, I got to get on the honor roll. I got to go home and study. I got to do this. I need a laptop. Like, that's how I look at how basketball changes the mindset. Because they know they can get on the court.
Yeah.
But now they want to be on that stage where they're giving that, the honor roll prize. And that was crazy, like, to see that. And I was telling the teacher, I was like, if you knew where they came from, you wouldn't understand. And I'm talking to teachers now, I'm like, they were failing or average students in an average school. And now they're in a high academia school and they're on the honor roll. So if you take time and pay attention to them and put them in the right environment where people are caring and giving them the supports, they excel. So that's a good thing, that's preparing them for college.
That's amazing.
Because we ain't gonna be here to babysit them.
When it's all said and done, Shyanne Day Wilson, what do you want people to remember?
Just remember the type of person I was, aside from basketball. That's basically all I want to remember.
What about you?
I would say both. Like, I want them to remember how good I was in basketball and how good of a person I was off the court.
That's the goal. McDonald's on the record.
Yep.
I'll be looking forward. All right. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Hip Hop Hoops. I want to thank my guests, Patrick Shaw, Latasha, Shyanne Day. Look out for these girls.
Wilson.
Shyanne Day Wilson. Let me correct myself. Look forward for these young ladies this year. Okay. Tune in to more episodes of Hip Hop Hoops.